Welcome, guys, to
Did you see Gentry's arms?
No. Exactly. Motherfucking Gentry is back.
With the ban hammer.
And his arms are swole. His arms are swole.
Welcome, guys.
Years to on with that damn hammer. He was waiting for it.
God, I can't wait, man. This is fun. This is a fun episode. Welcome, everyone, joining us. Our weekly review of Game of Thrones. Episode 5, Eastwatch. And I have to say, this episode was on point. I was talking to Andrew before we got on, and I said, I thought we were going to get a low, but this actually just kind of balanced out and was a sweet episode all the way through. All right. Starting off with Mr. Warren Bowman, because I know where you're going to go first. So I might as well just kick it, man. What do you think?
Gentry is back with a ban hammer. The ban hammer. Did you see the look? I just love the look on his face in that boat when he played that. He was like, I just want to use this. He didn't give a damn about who or what it was. Can we just kill them already? I need practice. I need to hit somebody with this.
Yeah, definitely.
Man. They built it up pretty well because I don't think anyone expected that to really happen.
You know, I had a See, once he said he was going to market, I was like, who's he going to go? Once he walked and I saw a swordsmith, I was like,
yeah.
It had to.
Once you saw that, I was like, oh, is it him? Is it him?
You know, I was 7 minutes behind. You know, like today's my daughter's birthday. I was doing some stuff with her. Started late. He sends me a message. Yo, our boy's back, but I don't know his name.
I forgot his name. I completely forgot.
I'm like, our boy's back. I'm like, well, I'm 7 minutes behind. Oh, are you talking about Gendry?
My bad. I'm sorry.
You spoiled it for Ron, man. You spoiled it.
How did you spoil it for me? I already knew he was coming back.
Rod already look. Oh
yeah, let's forget.
So
Rod is a three-eyed raven. He knows
exactly. Andrew, what about you? How did this episode feel for you?
Yeah, like I said before the show, I thought it was really good. I was surprised actually. Like it did a nice lead into the stuff that's happening next week, but it still kept you entertained, still kept you watching. Less about the fights and more about the political scheming and all the deal making that's going on. I actually love this episode. It's probably like my second favorite so far after obviously last week when shit just went everywhere. So
you can't top last week's, man. Last week was a whole nother level.
Last week is like one of the best episodes they've ever done throughout the entire series.
Yeah.
So for this to follow and still keep me entertained and intrigued, I thought it was a very good sign for how well it did.
I like how it started off with an L to the Tarleys.
Yeah.
Yeah, the L was completed. His name's Dickon.
What do you expect? Exactly. That name was not going to last long in Game of Thrones.
He might as well had like a red shirt on him like Star Trek. It wasn't going to last long. Don't get used to him.
he pulled the ultimate red shirt move too. You kill it, you have to kill me too. Okay.
And he's like, "Are you stupid?"
I mean, his dad said, "Go away." The queen was like,
"Go sit your ass down,"
you know. And he was like, "I'm going to die with my father." And then they got roasted. I mean, like,
you know what this means, right?
What?
Sam is the last person alive. He is the Tarly.
He has a sister.
Oh, dang. But, actually, knowing his dad, the dad probably picked the sister before him.
Yeah, so like the sister probably take it, or maybe Dickon had like a wife out there somewhere. I doubt it, but
no. But remember,
I think that land is just fucked.
I think
I think Danny's about to take that. Like, yo, mine.
No, and she will give it to Sam. Sam might get it. I mean, might depends on how everything turns out at the end.
I think at the end of that thing. I think at the end of all this, Sam has to be somehow a maester in King's Landing that writes this story. I swear that's how this has to.
No, he's not going to be a maester because he said it. He's tired of reading about better men.
Who says the maester's shit's going to be the same way at the end of this thing either?
Well, he can write the book, but he doesn't have to be a maester.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be a maester because, like, when he said that line, like, I'm tired of reading about the stories of great men who did great things. I think Sam is going to do something massive. To raise his place in the world, for him to like be someone who's written about rather than
going.
Okay. So I know this episode of the show, we're jumping all over the place. But since we're on Sam, let's talk about.
Yeah. What about me?
I'm going to let you start off.
I'm not just kidding. You said let's talk about Sam. I'm like, yeah. What about me?
No. But the fact that
listen,
Sam,
guys, did you catch the key thing Gilly said?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting to. I mean, the fact that Sam stopped her from reading the whole thing that would mention Jon Snow. And I was like,
what the fuck is wrong with
I'm
you,
ready to
Sam?
flip the table like,
The good thing is he took all that shit with him.
Yeah.
Did he take that book? I mean, he left with a lot of anger.
He got everything in his apartment and then some upstairs.
Yo, you know how he rolls. You know how he rolls. He rolls like an angry ex. He's like, fuck you. I'm going to take everything out of here. You got to throw it. I'll take that shit too.
And he didn't walk the damn door. He's like, forget this.
Yeah, if anybody watches Insecure after this, like the Masons are gonna walk into Sam's room and they're gonna find the Best Buy polo.
All right, how about you, Sam? So I mean, starting from there.
Sam was a flipping table moment of this.
Oh,
It's like, fuck this, I'm out.
Dude, there's so much shit. There's so much stuff in here, man. Like the just from the start, the scene with Bran and Jaime, man. When he basically goes, oh man, yeah,
Sam got the notes.
You could have killed me. Like when Jaime goes, you could have killed me, and Bran goes, what the fuck were you thinking?
Oh yeah, and by the way, I ain't around if there no dragons up in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Dragon.
Basically, you don't get to die until I get what's mine. Okay, he wants his castle and a fine ass chick. That's what he wants.
I love how he's like, our partnership ends at dragons. It's like, look, I'll fight for you. I'll go to door with you. I'll do all this. But the next time I see one of them things in the sky, me and you are over. Like, I'm doing an early termination.
Fuck you. None you were cool.
Whatever.
I'm out.
Yeah. It's like, nuh-uh. We do not fuck with dragons. That's where the contract ends. And don't be trying to get yourself killed before you give me what's mine in the story, okay?
She has 3 of them. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
That is very true.
It looks as though they kind of threw a little bit of shade at the whole idea that a dragon is going to die with one of those ballista. Because you remember when Jaime goes, when he's talking to Cersei and it's like Master, what's his name? Starts with a K. The name of the Maester, Black Maester.
Kyber.
Yeah, he's like, oh, Master
He's the
Kyber.
hand of the king now.
Yeah,
Hand of the queen now.
Master Kyber's arrow couldn't really put a dent in him, so it's like, okay, so maybe we're gonna say you can't.
See, okay, but
I know where the dragon died. I mean, goes down.
This is where I say it was different. Drogon is the biggest out of the 3. If he hits the other 2, it knocks them down. I don't know if it kills them, but they go down. Drogon, and I'm sorry, bro, but Drogon knows what's up with Jon Snow because he let him pet him
No, he sniffed him.
like he was a
sniffed him. He was like,
you saw Daenerys' reaction after that. She's like,
hey,
these are my babies. These are my babies. Okay?
No. I'm not talking about that reaction. We're talking about the reaction after that, where she started giving some. Instead of just going goofy.
So I'm getting text from one of my friends, and he's like, "I can't wait till Littlefinger dies. I hate that fucker." Like, whoa.
Yeah, Littlefinger might be the casualty this season, man.
Oh, talk about Daenerys, man.
No comment.
The way she looked at Jon, that was what are you doing tomorrow? Look like we've all been. That confirmed in my eyes. Like if that doesn't happen at this point, like, I don't know what's been going on for the past 4 years.
You're right. Actually, to say the truth, I was actually thinking this could be an Isley Brothers kind of music video where they just show that look between the both of them, and like, oh, that's exactly what she's thinking.
Yeah, remember when he said he's going to go past the wall, and she's like, I haven't let you go.
Yeah,
like
you're
still my prisoner. I was like, he's like, look, woman, like I am king of the north.
Yeah, or when he was leaving, and
John, he didn't pay attention to it at all.
Fuck your claim.
Oh no, he did, because I think he's kind of, because it showed it. He's being a little more circumspect about it. It started with the cave scene last episode, and then he just kept on going, right? So the one that really got me today was when he basically when he was leaving, and he goes, "Oh, you're gonna have one. If I die, you're gonna have one less king to deal with." And then she goes, "I've gotten used to this one." I'm like, oh. Like, tell it as it is. Tell me what you're thinking.
I know, poor John Momoa.
You know what she's thinking? She's thinking about getting up in the sheets.
Thank you for that, Raven. You couldn't code it anymore.
Yeah, you've made it very obvious. Thank you, sir.
Oh, bro, the looks say it all, man. The looks say it all. She's looking at him on top of the dragon like, ooh, oh yeah. I like what I see. You showing no fear. And then she gets off, looks in the eyes, and she's like, oh, they're my children, but I might have one with you. And then when they up in the castle and they exchanging the shit, she's looking at him like, yeah, I want some, but it's not the right time. And then when he's saying goodbye, oh, forget about it. If he would have gave her a kiss, she would have melted.
Those eyebrows were very expressive.
They were very expressive.
They were very expressive.
She was selling the fact that she's feeling Jon Snow hard.
You know what? That was some really, I will put it, that was some really good acting though, because it wasn't one of those, bad movies where you go like, like it was subtle, but you could clearly see with her eyes that she was like, all right, I'm feeling Jon Snow here. But again, like I said, poor John Monmouth though, he comes back, man.
Oh man, so Jorah, it's all right. He'll deal with it.
Friend zone.
Jorah already knows his place. He kissed her hands and he already knew. I ain't got no shot. Look at Jon Snow. He's a heartthrob. I'm just gonna bow out.
Daenerys is like, you got stabbed in the heart. Was that factual, or just like, I don't even answer those questions?
About that, no. See what had happened was.
What has happened was my boys were like, they didn't really like what I was trying to say.
I kind of died and I kind of came back.
Let's talk about Sansa a little bit and her and her rooting techniques.
Her uselessness. Her
Yeah, that's what it is.
Shit I said last week about her useless.
I knew I was going to disagree with you guys on this one. I totally am going to disagree with you.
No, her ruling techniques were just she wasn't firm. I mean, I get. Look, when Warren says uselessness, right? Yeah, I get it. She's supposed to listen and all that, but she's supposed to come down firm after listening and saying
she's not the queen.
It was the polar opposite of Dany in that episode.
She is not the queen. Dude, she is not the queen.
No, she's not.
You can't make those decisions.
No,
regardless of what you want to do, she can't
there's
make
no
those
decision
decisions.
she's making. Her answer.
She rules the North now.
The answer she gave is the right answer. The way she answered it was the wrong way. That is all I'm saying.
I think she did it in a way where she wouldn't lose. Okay, so she
was doing it for self-interest. That's why she did it that way.
There's self-interest in there.
Yeah, that's what Arya said, right?
Dude, but she's a Stark, and that's the thing Arya doesn't get, and that's why I think Littlefinger. We can talk about this later, but that's why I think Littlefinger is probably going to outplay her in a certain way, at least part of the way. Arya doesn't get how the game works. Sansa does.
She doesn't need to know.
Arya just wants to kill bitches.
She breaks the game. She doesn't give a shit.
Let's not finish.
So what Sansa was doing, she was basically placating the Lords of the North, who came there basically to say, because Littlefinger brought them to help out Sansa. That's what he did with the guys from the Eyrie. The Lords of the North wanted someone to be in the North. They wanted a dude to be king in the North. Cool. Now this guy picks up and goes elsewhere to go make alliances and whatnot, and she's right there. So yes, she has to be like, okay, I got to placate these dudes because we still need their armies. We have stuff going on. I got to make sure that come what may, this does not leave us. That basically there is a Stark in Winterfell. No longer would there ever be no Stark in Winterfell. She's like, even if Jon goes down, they will always be a Stark in Winterfell.
No,
she made the right play.
No, I get that. I get that. That would be fine until that conversation, which we're going to talk about with Arya. And Arya told her herself that your heart is not in the right place. That was what that conversation said. It wasn't the fact.
Arya basically confirmed that she's thinking of all these other scenarios.
Yeah,
and that's the truth.
But her heart's not the issue. It's her mind. She's doing what she's learned. You don't think one step ahead. You think what's going to be the outcome of this decision I make. So 2 or 3 steps down the line, if Sansa realizes, all right, these guys are going to turn on Jon, I got to prevent them. First, I got to prevent them from turning on Jon. But in the event that Jon doesn't even come back, I need them to follow me. Like, well, she's making the right decision. It's just that
I
just like Andrew's third, man. Shut the fuck up, Sam. Listen to Gilly.
I mean, look, I mean, I hear you on that part, but I mean, look, when we move over to Arya versus Littlefinger, I mean, to your point, I do think Littlefinger has one upper hand, but remember, Arya is a man with no face, and we saw from her last test with that girl last season or 2 seasons ago that it looked like she was dead to rights, and that's what she does best. So Littlefinger may look like Littlefinger has her, but
no, I think he's going to beat her in some way. He's not going to win, but
he's going to be, and she's going to stab him with that dagger.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to stab. I don't think she's the one to kill Littlefinger.
No, I think she will.
No, she is.
No. This whole show is it has an undertone of basically poetry to it, right? So Arya killing Littlefinger is just checking one more box off the list. Sansa killing Littlefinger is poetic. So I'm thinking Sansa might be the one. Sansa might be the one to ask Arya to do it.
Yeah, I mean, fine. That may be the closest.
You all are forgetting something. They are sisters, and they will at some point realize remember, Sansa's not stupid to the things Littlefinger's doing anymore. She's aware of those things, and Arya, who's dead set and aware, can't convince her that, hey, look what's happening right now.
But there's that distance, dude. There's that distance.
Yeah, but that distance isn't going to matter when it comes to Winterfell and all
Arya
that.
Arya hasn't called her Sansa since they met. She's called her my lady. He hasn't called her by her name since they met last episode. So
she asked her, "Do I call you my lady?" She asked that.
Yeah, but wouldn't you call it back to the original? Remember, they haven't seen each other since season 1, right? Of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's how they behave. You are the one who even told me that. Reminded me of that's how they behave to each other.
Yeah, that's how they behave to each other.
So they came back. You can say they come back to you.
Let's put it this way: not even your brother. Let's say a best friend of yours. You haven't seen yourself for like 10 years. The first time you see each other, you're gonna be like, "Yo, what's up, dude? How you doing? Whatever, hugs or whatever." These two were like cold fish. They're like, "Okay, Lady Stark, hug. Now let's go talk to our brother." They're not very.
Friends. No, they're not very, but whose back will she have?
Oh, sister,
sister, she will have her sister's back.
Arya will always have.
You gotta remember, Bran's a snitch.
This is the thing, right? But this is the thing, right? I doubt that she will always have her sister's back. I think she would always remember the one person who always indulged her when she was growing up, the one person who always talked to her like she was a grown-up, who always took her seriously, who didn't think her tomboyishness was something that was unladylike. Jon is the one person who's always been on her side.
And so they do what they need to do for Jon, though.
And she showed it. And she showed it this time around that she's always going to be on Jon's side. So there is a possibility there of a schism. So I'll watch that one a little bit. I don't think it's written yet. They're going to come
the show is showing it or teasing it, but I think in the end of the day of this thing, we're going to see Littlefinger outsmarted because it has not happened yet once this entire series. So his undoing has to be outsmarted.
What do you think that note was?
I think it was a false note.
Do you want me to tell you what the note was?
Yeah, it was a
No.
I think I only caught part of it. Where
Sorry, Andrew, go ahead.
I only caught part of it where it said something about take his throne, and it said Sansa's name as the person who signed it. So I think it was like a fake raven. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I have to go back and look at it.
Yeah, because it was signed Lady Sansa, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, and that's why I think they're gonna have that scene where Arya confronts Sansa. So it'll be very interesting to see. However that scene turns out, that is what basically signs Littlefinger's death certificate. Because if they realize that Littlefinger's trying to play them, I think Sansa is willing to say he knows that this girl is dangerous, and he sent her my way. All right, let's play this out. Let's play this out.
Yeah. Well, look, the note is from season 1. Remember, she wrote a note back home when she was in.
Who signed
King's
it?
Landing.
It was her aunt that signed it then. Oh man! Wait, was it John Aaron? Is it the John Aaron stuff?
Lisa Aaron is the one who's sending notes.
Yeah.
Huh. What was the notes? Details?
The note said from Sansa, so I think it might have been that the note. Oh, I think the note was said that it was like he was framing Sansa as saying that Ned wanted to take Joffrey's throne.
It was the framing.
Oh, it was the framing that he sent.
Yeah, because I think that's what it is. I think she's framing. Littlefinger is framing Sansa to make it seem like she is the reason why Ned is dead, and he thinks that's going to make Arya go off the cliff and kill Sansa.
Because she doesn't realize he doesn't know how much Arya probably already knows how that whole thing already went down. Yeah. That's what Littlefinger doesn't know what she knows.
Plus, he forgets they got the 3-eyed raven, dude.
He's a snitch. He's going to snitch.
I was waiting for that reaction. Man.
No. I think what is probably going to happen is she's going to confront the sister. It might be around Bran, and I mean, if you want to make it easy, and then she remembers season 1, and then of course Bran is like, "Yeah, father was killed because of this."
Oh, and you win double jeopardy.
Yeah, no, sorry, not father. Ned Stark is what we probably call him. Was killed.
You won the door behind the prize.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. Well, thank you, Lou, for giving us.
Yeah, thanks, Lou.
Why did you say I won the door? Oh my God, you just spoiled something for me.
You spoiled it yourself.
Oh my God.
We're not trying to spoil it for everyone else, Rod.
He spoiled it for himself. Those are all his theories. I just confirmed it.
Why did you don't confirm it? Don't confirm it.
I was just so we can find out next week.
Wild speculating here.
Joshua Hargrave. Nah, he doesn't know. I don't think he's really.
Does anybody know Bran can see all? Nobody knows that he can see all other than the 2 siblings.
I think the Maester believes him.
The Maester believes him. Arya, I think, just took it with stride.
Yeah, I think Arya. I think Arya has to believe him.
Arya's like,
can peel her face off.
Yeah.
Arya's like,
I think she took it with stride. She's like,
I'm good.
Arya's like, oh, you can see stuff? Check me out.
Hey, but did you like the banter between Gendry and Jon? That shit was funny.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Yeah, that was good. When the
Gendry goes,
shorter. And he looked at him and was like, "You know I'm king, right?"
I think to me the best lines this episode was really from Sir Davos, man. That scene with the city guards, or what they call them again?
The gold
cloaks.
Gold cloaks.
Yeah, gold cloaks. That was freaking amazing, man. That was like he was playing that stuff hard, just playing it, and then
you eat this crab. You get some
Viagra in you. Coming down. Oh man, he saw Tyrion coming down, and you can just tell, like, yeah, he was like, after all this work, man,
I spent my best game out there, and
he's like, I still got money. He's like, I still got money.
But then Gentry came with the band hammer.
No, that Gentry the whole time was looking at the hammer. I was like,
do I get to use the hammer now? But even better was like he delivered the line I think everyone should have really been excited about, which is the whole when he saw Gentry and he goes, "Oh, I thought you'd still be rowing."
Yeah,
I was definitely a nod to all the fans, though. That was a nod to all the fans.
That was a good one.
He went Thor on his ass. Everybody there.
So now, Sorry, go ahead.
Let's talk about the preview for a second, where we see Gentry going all Thor, and then some dude lights his sword on fire.
Oh yeah,
what the fuck is going on?
What's his name? The guy with what?
Thoros.
That's the Lord of Light.
No. The Beric Dondarrion is the one that has the.
Wasn't he a good sword fighter during his time?
He was good, but he wasn't like great.
Yeah. He wasn't
I
ill
don't care
like
how
all
good
of
of a
them.
sword
Yeah.
fighter you are next week.
He's the one. Yeah, he's the one that Ned sent out to arrest the Mountain,
Yep.
which was a dumb move to begin with. Like, yeah, I'm gonna send out people to arrest this dude that's like 8 feet tall and crush his skull.
How about we just leave him alone until a dragon comes around?
I didn't know he was in there in season 1.
It was a different actor.
A different
actor, yeah.
No, okay. Yeah, because they've changed actors quite a bit on the
I think it's been solid since about season 5. It's been pretty much
the last person they changed was the Celso.
Yeah, Dario was the
yeah.
last one.
Dario Naharis.
Dario Naharis.
That's the last person they changed. But speaking of the last scenes, all the way to the preview for next week, with the Hound, that whole ragtag special forces crew that they pretty much picked up. I mean,
no. Before we go there, let's address.
That's SEAL Team 6.
Yeah, let's address the main issue of this. I mean, or the main revelation of this whole thing. There is a record of Rhaegar divorcing his wife.
Yeah, no, we talked about it, didn't we?
We didn't get into detail on it because,
all right.
Because everyone's been saying, how is Jon going to find out?
Sam is the one.
So there's one thing. No, there's one thing. If Jon finds out and Bran tells him, it's a whole nother thing when there is proof. Like there's proof. I said, we have it in this book, and we have a name of
that's the microwave book.
Maynard. Yeah, that's not the microwave one.
Oh, damn it.
and we have a maester who basically wrote this down and says that Jon is basically a Targaryen. There is actual proof. This is gonna be sweet. I think it's gonna really be nice when that finally happens, man.
Jon's not gonna see him for a while though.
Oh no, he's heading to the north already.
No, but he's not going to, because we know Jon is not dying anytime soon.
The way this shit is being paced, I mean, Jon Snow made it to the wall in one click.
No.
Danny came back to Dragonstone with one swoop.
No, dude, he had
Gendry
Gendry on the boat. He had Gendry on the boat.
They know how to roll.
He rolled with the hammer.
Yeah, there's a reason why they got there quick, man. Gentry and his hammer and his rowing skills.
His rowing skills, his practice, man.
He probably had like the whole crew is like, guys, all right, this is my technique. Check it out.
Like, dude, slow it
Why
down.
are we going so fast? The fuck?
Hey guys, while we're on the subject of babies, we should talk about Cersei having a bun in the oven.
Oh yeah,
Allegedly.
That's the other thing.
That was gonna be crazy. No, she said it. Like, she might have just said it to trick Jamie. You know,
that's
she
what I
wouldn't be the
said.
first person.
Although she did tell Jamie that she shouldn't cross her anymore, and I mean, Jamie's getting those hints.
No, in that one conversation, she claimed that people have betrayed other people twice. She claimed that Bran betrayed Jamie, and she claimed that Jamie betrayed her. It's like, the hell you're seeing. So okay, this is the you were comparing Sansa to Daenerys. I think the comparison is really Daenerys to Cersei, because Tyrion was worried that Daenerys might be going to like the way of her father.
She and
with her burning the Tarleys.
Yeah.
But Cersei is obviously going a little crazy. We can already tell this. She thinks
crazy.
She's seen betrayal everywhere.
Yeah.
Dude, she blew up a set. Where the hell you been?
Just don't scroll up.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're definitely right. Especially the fact that she says, "When will I punish Bran?" And you could see in his eyes, he was like, he almost wanted to tell her, "Who saved me for me to be here?"
Yeah, but you know what? We've already seen it in the trailers. Not this week's trailer, but Bran's punishment will be in the dragon pit. Something's going to happen with him in the dragon pit because he's been confirmed to be in that pit. So his punishment will be served there. Who he's fighting, no one knows yet.
Oh, it's probably going to be her champion.
Maybe the Mountain.
Yeah.
But like I said, don't scroll up in the YouTube chat if you don't want to be spoiled about Cersei.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to scroll up.
You've been warned.
Okay, yeah, I'm staying low.
Damn it!
John Selena goes fourth possible incest baby. That's just weird.
Yeah, it's just terrible.
It's really weird when you say it that way, man.
Yeah, it's just, and I love how like of all that, like Jamie still has some rationale in his brain in the sense he was like, so who are you going to name the father? And she's like, I want to say it's you, and he was kind of like, huh.
Yeah, you can't be putting that stuff in people's face.
Yeah,
but you know what? I think he already started understanding that Cersei is not all there, or Cersei is not the right horse to back, because she's hearing with this whole episode. We saw how Daenerys was like, "I am not here to put you in chains. I want you guys to have a choice. I want us to live to leave this world a better place than it is now when we leave." And then Jon comes in, and Jon's all about I'm standing up for my people. I came here to possibly be beheaded or burnt by dragon fire, just so I could help my people. Daenerys is definitely, obviously, someone who is all about helping people as well. Mm-hmm. And then we get Cersei is like, it doesn't matter who stands against us. Yes. What we're doing, we're taking care of this family. We're taking care of us. We're holding up the seats. So it's like me, me, me. And Jamie's probably thinking, and looking at his face in that scene, like, okay, Jamie might be losing a little bit of trust for his sister right now. That love might not be as strong.
Yeah, well, it's Euron's baby, Josh.
No!
Euron secretly got in there, put his finger in the bomb, and gave her what she wanted.
He's just joking around. He's not true.
Well, I think
it'd be funny if it was Euron's baby, though.
I think it's Jamie's coming to the realization that they're not going to survive this.
I mean, he already came to that realization when he said she got 3. I mean, but also, you are right to the point. Also, the fact that remember when he talked about what Daenerys wanted to offer, the way he said it, and the fact that he wants an armistice because of something else. There's a bigger threat. Is his brother convinced him? Basically, Tyrion convinced him to say that.
Well, it's not only his brother convinced him, but he also realized, God damn it, she's got 3 fucking dragons and a goddamn Dothraki army that will fucking kill us.
Yeah, no. When he mentioned the army, he's like, we don't have anything
like that. They're gonna kill us.
She's like, I have never seen an army as good as the Dothraki.
Now imagine the Dothraki and the Unsullied at the same time.
Yeah,
that is not a fair fight. No.
Yeah, but
think about
in an open field.
But think about how easily the Unsullied dispatched the Lannisters at Cast. I know it wasn't the full squad, but how easily they dispatched those guys.
Yeah,
it was nothing. And the Dothraki do need an open field, but still, you want to trust them around with a sickle sword in their hand?
Ooh, that's the question, Richie A. Is Cersei really preggo? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't believe it. What do you guys think? You guys think she's actually pregnant?
I mean, I think she probably is.
Yeah, I think she could. No, because it's Cersei, it would not shock me at all. Like when he finds out that she's lying or something.
It could go either way. I'll take it go either way. But Lou, no word from
conversation. I think the conversation that came before she told him, I think she's lying. I think she realized that she might be losing Jamie, so she basically doubled down on something. The one thing they've always been passionate about, which is protecting their children.
Oh, did you bring the tall woman?
Oh yeah. He's like, how many men did you bring this year? The tall woman.
At least you bring the tall woman.
Tall woman. Tell me about it. Everyone's like, I'm about to die when we go past this wall. I gotta at least get one.
All right, so how many people do you think are going to survive that journey across the wall?
2.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I won't say nothing.
I think everyone who goes out there survives. I think everyone who goes out
there. No, I think guy with the one eye and the sword dies. Comes to an end.
No, he has the fire sword.
I mean, he's the one who he's like that fire sword moment is probably where he goes like, keep running. I'm gonna stop as much as I can. Yeah, that's exactly. Although we see Jon, there's a clip in there of Jon fighting one of the White Walkers themselves. Probably not the king, but another White Walker himself.
A general.
So that's going to be in there next week as well. Yeah. And we see mini Thor.
Going Thor for that beast. Yo,
So-
he is going to be the life of that entire fight because he's
As
just
long
gonna be
as he does
smashing
not
people.
die next week,
I'm
because if he does,
100% convinced Gendry dies. Like,
oh, that would be
without-
so.
I think
be
they brought him
awesome.
back just to kill him
That
and to
would be
fuck with the fans. Because people have been yelling for 3 years, "Where's Gendry? Where's Gendry?"
He's
They're
been
gonna bring
ruined
back
for
Gendry,
3
and he's
years.
gonna die heroically.
I'll
But
be
you
pissed.
still need
Nah,
him.
he
You
doesn't
still
die
need-
until he meets Arya, man. He doesn't die
Yeah.
until he sees Arya.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, he's gotta
And
see
you
Arya.
need him making a weapon from
Yeah.
dragon glass. He's also one of the better swordsmiths out there. So
Yeah,
Ooh, he might
That's
be the
and
one
then
who
he won't
makes
die.
more Valerian steel.
yeah.
Ooh.
with
He figures out a
some
way.
some help from Sam showing him how to do it, and then
Yeah.
just saying. I mean,
I think the only person that's got the chance to die is the guy with the flaming sword. He's gonna go out in a blaze
I
of
think
glory.
the Red Priest is the one that's useless there.
yeah, he's just an alcoholic.
I
at this
think-
point now.
That's right.
Somehow he'll fucking live.
Who do you, Andrew? Who do you say?
I think the only people that survive are Jon and the Hound. Maybe Davos too.
that was the thing there.
We already know
like-
Davos is going to survive. His ass stayed back at the castle.
Yeah,
I'll go
Jorah
He's
is
like,
going
I'll go
to
get some
survive,
onions.
Oh
okay?
yeah, Davos didn't get there.
yeah. Do you
He'll
think
go get some
onions. Maybe-
Tommen's gonna die too? Come on, without even
Maybe
seeing
I
Brienne.
think maybe Tormund can get to go back.
Yeah, I mean, he
I
gets
already
to
know
go
who
back.
survives and who dies, but I
That's
can't
it.
say.
Yeah, don't say. Do not say.
And I think that quite a few of them survive. I think it's just that the guy with the flaming sword is the only one that really has no
Okay.
purpose after in
Yeah,
the story. Everyone else, somebody needs to lead the wildling army. Somebody
whatever you
needs
do,
to
don't
make
look at Lou.
weapons.
Nobody should look
Somebody-
at Lou. Just keep watching.
Somebody needs to do a few different things. Lou,
Listen.
stop, Lou.
Stop it.
What?
Mute his screen.
I'm muting
Yeah.
screen. I can't mute screen.
And I'm reading the chat. I'm entertaining chat while you guys entertain.
Just don't
Yeah.
write anything in the chat either.
We're gonna
I
retcon
can't.
everything. Lou says
They're
right
asking
now.
me not to, so I'm not.
Because it's like, because the thing is that I think like Arya either needs to, she's either gonna meet the Hound again or Gendry again or both.
That's right. That's true.
I think if they want an emotional death, if they really want an emotional death, the emotional death is really for the Hound. He
yeah,
would give
Yeah.
the most bang for the buck. And the fact that there's Jon Snow there witnessing it, Gentry's there witnessing it, that means it's going to get back to Arya. Right? So I think that would be the emotional.
yeah. You're right. You're definitely
Yeah,
right.
it would be.
I think the Hound goes. Flaming Sword guy goes.
But the thing is, the problem is a Hound's death fight is really with his brother. That's like his
Yeah, but it's not.
battle.
No, but that's not even anymore. Remember, the Hound has
Yeah.
changed too.
At this
Yeah.
point,
Yeah.
But
there's nothing he can do.
He's
for
only
it.
Hound in skill set, not behavior anymore.
Well, we'll let him
I
see his
think-
brother.
The emotional death will be the Night King's vision eyes pierced on his prize at the end of this trailer.
Hmm.
Because the way they cut this trailer, he feasts his eyes on something that he wants, and we all know what it is.
I know what it is. Yeah,
Really? I don't know.
I know what it is.
Oh.
I mean,
I will
somebody
say no more.
somebody enters that battle.
Oh yeah, dang it.
And you
That
can
would be
blame
bad if that
HBO
happened
for
right now.
that, because a smart person could put that together the way they cut that. He's looking at something, and he's not looking downward. He's looking
Yeah,
upward.
and we've also seen from some of the marketing.
Yeah, the marketing for it. Yeah.
It does have one of those. Okay, let's not even
Yeah.
talk about it anymore.
Stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You shall not pass. No further. You shall go.
Yeah. So, anyway, anything else you want to add to this
Oh
episode?
man, there's been the Qyburn. Okay, the scene with Qyburn. That was
Okay.
actually a little interesting. The hand of the queen. When he asked, "Why is Qyburn here?" So what's going on?
I know the answer to that one.
What's the answer?
What do you think the answer is?
This is not a spoiler. This is not like a confirmed thing, but I think Cersei's telling him to hook up the wildfire to the so they're gonna shoot wildfire at dragon. Yeah, I think she's trying to weaponize wildfire. which is the dumbest thing you can do.
I actually think
That sounds like a good theory, but remember, Qyburn has the Varys' little spies all in his corner now. And how do you think Cersei found out Jaime was seeing his brother? I think that's what was being discussed. But your theory sounds plausible too.
I think she might be going full Mad Queen and just burn everything the hell down, and that might be what he's telling her to set up.
That could be another possibility too.
Set up everything.
Because she had that. Jaime noticed that Mad Queen twitch in her face.
Like she might set it up around King's Landing, so when they try to sack it, they get hit with wildfire first before anything else.
Yeah, I actually think that's actually another bad idea. I think that's actually a plausible idea to like set everything because that's what what's his face was going to do, right? That's what the Mad King was going to do. He was going to burn everything down.
Yeah, and that's what saved in the Battle of Blackwater. Tyrion set it up where they would throw it on the sea, so that wasn't like in a controlled environment, and even that was like a massive blast.
Yeah.
If you try to do it within the walls, it's much harder to contain, much harder to manage, and that's what the Mad King was going to do. He's like, fuck it, just burn everything, and that's why Jaime killed him. So like maybe she's thinking of doing the same thing now, and maybe that's why Jaime kills her.
Yeah. And then the other thing was, the Jon and Daenerys in the war room discussion, where Jon basically says to Daenerys, "What is that?
What the fuck? Littlefinger, you just made the list."
I just had to share it. Thank you, George.
Oh yeah, that came from last week. Last week, somebody put that up. Chris Jericho, you just made the list.
Sorry, go ahead. I just had to.
When Jon says to Daenerys, trust in a stranger, right? The whole idea of trusting in a stranger. And then this whole episode, all the family members can't trust themselves. But the strangers are like the Jon, unknown family connections, but strangers are the ones that are really helping each other out. You take Davos and Gendry, you take Tyrion and Davos, you take Jon and Daenerys. But then you have the family members where you meet Jaime and Tyrion, and it's like you can feel that kind of animosity there. And Jaime doesn't trust Cersei. You have Arya questioning what Sansa's doing. So it's like, okay, this is a really interesting. Like I said, the show is very poetic. So they have this really poetic themes in there. So the whole idea of trusting a stranger, I think it might actually be might actually lead to something bigger than just this one episode. Because at the end of the day,
Jaime went back on his fucking word. He said he was going to kill his brother at first sight, and he ain't do shit. He could have beat him to death with that goddamn sparring sword.
I like his answer though. I like his answer. It's like I should cut you in half, and he goes, that's going to be really difficult with a sparring sword. So, almost like, please don't try. I don't think anybody wants to see that kind of brutality right now. Yeah.
He had plenty of weapons. He could have got some dragon teeth, stabbed homie to death. He could have made it work.
He literally could have just beat him with his head, the golden one.
Yeah.
Like he would kill him with that.
That actually is true.
That too. Wow. Hey, he said it back in season 4 or 5 when he killed the father. I will kill him at first sight when I see him.
Yeah, but
that motherfucker lied. He's a liar.
But remember, his brother explained to him, and he always knew he was not going to, because he said father was going to kill me, and I didn't kill him because he knows he was not the one who killed his son.
Yeah,
that's why.
Guys, let's not forget that Jaime has been having a sexual relationship with his sister for the bulk of his life, so his moral, ineptitude is well documented. So I don't think he's the most reliable person in this story.
That's quite true. That's quite true.
Yeah, true, but he's still reasonable, which is kind of weird as a character.
Well, that the reasonability came from previous
Jaime, if you give him a set of facts, he will go yes. He's never actually said no. He will always go, okay, yeah. I mean, throughout Game of Thrones,
he's not as almost. He doesn't have the same kind of the same level of just hatred for anything that Cersei has. Cersei has preconceived notions about everything, and Jamie tends to be a little bit more pragmatic. So he's a more reasonable one in that pair.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. True, but we'll just have to see. I don't know. Anything else?
2 more left.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It's going to be the best season and also the shortest season.
I know.
Lou's gonna try and spoil it all.
I'm not saying nothing. I've said my piece.
I know. I mean,
We don't trust
I
you,
know
Lou.
what's gonna happen next week.
Mute.
No. I'm just saying that after talking and Lou giving his very bad hints, and then me spoiling it.
Shit, you spoiled it for yourself.
With Lou confirming, "Hi, you should just shut up and not say anything."
I just said you want a prize. Take it how you want.
But you said it a couple of times, and I was like, I felt like it's like a video game. I'm like, something. I feel something.
You want something from David Buster's.
All right, guys. I guess that's it for this week. It was a fun show.
Next week will be fun.
Next week and the week after. Next week is going to be because next week we know that somebody has to die from that crew, right? Definitely. Yep. So somebody's going to die next week, and that is also the episode where somebody dies. That's meaningful in Game of Thrones, right? It's always.
But that's I thought it was episode 7.
Next to last episode.
It's always next to last episode, which is episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's only 7 episodes this season. So next week is episode 6. So somebody has to die.
Somebody's have to die, and then we get a big cliffhanger for the next season, and it's going to be hard.
Littlefinger, your days are numbered. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, there's no way they kill Littlefinger.
Littlefinger might die in the season finale. With
not in episode 6 though. I mean,
yeah, he might die in the season finale.
You need a whole season to plot Littlefinger's downfall, man, because that guy is just
that's what they've been setting up. Because Littlefinger's been taking so many L's this year. He never used to lose and be so transparent. Like he used to be perfect at every movie made, and this year they've just been showing him getting figured out and found out every step of the way. So I think they've been setting up him to make a critical mistake.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I think this is the critical mistake here. So, I mean, I already confirmed it. So, yeah. Anyway.
No, you mean already confirmed it.
You know what?
I didn't hear what that comes from.
I think they just confirmed who's going to be on the throne. It's going to
Gentry?
be Sam. No, Sam. Sam is going to be the off-the-book wild card. Remember, he wants to make a name for himself. John doesn't want it. And if John does get with Dany, he might convince her to give up that pursuit. Cersei,
throw your shit out the window. No. If John gets with Dany, John will be very happy for her to sit on the throne.
She will be sitting on a throne, not iron.
Oh God. Okay. On that note, thank you very much.
It's Gentry. He's going to be on there with a big ass hammer.
Yeah, it might be.
And Arya will be his queen.
Right, let's stop this potentially spoilerific show.
Okay?
Yes.
Spoilers. These are just, we don't know what's happening in season 8.
We don't trust you, man.
We don't trust the 3-eyed raven, and you're the 3-eyed raven.
We do
This
not
is
trust
all your fault, Sam.
Yes.
It's all your fault, Lou.
you. Yeah, Lou, at least you could have even lied and pretended that you didn't know anything and just been throwing
I don't know shit about Sam.
Damn it, Lou.
All I know is the script is done. Had that leaked? If that leaked, that can be changed.
Lou's like, I would find it and I would read it.
Lou's like, I would search the ends of the internet to get it. Anyway, guys, well, all right. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I know this is a fun episode of the show as well as I want to thank everyone for joining, everyone in the chat. I guess there were some spoilers, so skip a few if you want to. Don't, and it will not show up later on, thank God. Definitely follow everyone. Check out Mr. Andrew Cam, aka STFU. Sam, listen to Gilly, resident book nerd. I was going to say, shut the foo up, but you get it. It's all Andrew Cam on Twitter.
I thought it was Maester. What the hell happened to you being the Maester?
No, I wanted to be a maester until I saw what Sam had to go through. So I said, "The hell with that."
Like, no, we don't want to listen to this.
Sam didn't even stick it out. Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about that. Oh no, we did talk about it. Sam didn't stick it out. Sam said, "To hell with this."
Yeah, exactly. Is that?
Well,
definitely.
Sam got tired of all the old people not listening to him. He's like, "Look, God damn it, I killed one of these fuckers
4 seasons ago."
I know. I mistakenly killed one of them. That's to be precise there.
Yeah, she
It
fell.
don't matter. I killed him."
Yeah, and
Yeah, she fell and tripped.
yeah, and then also check out Mr. Warren Bowman from BW1.com. Follow him on Twitter as well as on YouTube, and then of course Boored Buddha, aka Three-Eyed Raven. Please do not pay attention to him around anything concerning Game of Thrones this season if you don't want to be spoiled.
He's a snitch.
Otherwise, follow him on Twitter, Boored Buddha. And then, of course, Sam, aka Black Iron _man, aka the last living Tali, who's leaving.
I'm the last living Charlie.
At least your name wasn't Dickon.
Yeah, true. Good thing I don't have a little brother because I'll be calling him Dickon right now.
And myself, it's Booredatwork on Twitter and YouTube. Thank you very much, guys, and always enjoy your entertainment.